Welcome once again to Bwamba TV. We are excited to be having the most talented, the most beautiful, everything. Mama la Mama Heli Baibe. How are you?
I'm okay.
We are happy to have you on set. You have so many things you would be doing, but you're here with us.
I know.
Thank you so much. So, would you introduce yourself better?
Okay, hi beautiful people. I am Heli Baibe, Mama la Mama. I'm an artist from Rwenzori, Western Uganda, Africa at large.
Yeah, you're currently one of the artists with one of the biggest songs at the moment in this country. How does that make you feel?
It feels good, of course. Like, it feels so sweet having a big song all around the continent, around the country. It feels so good, and I'm happy about that. I can't lie.
This song with Reggie is a very good song. How did you manage to get that relationship with Reggie? Are you personal friends or it's just business?
We are friends. First of all, you need to do business with someone. It needs you to be friends first. You need to be friends and connect. We are friends with Reggie, and the other thing, I have a team that connects with everyone, very many people. So this team, of course, connected me to Reggie. First of all, it was Tipple, and we had that connection from Tipple. Tipple can bring in someone else, that is Reggie. Reggie can bring in someone else, like that.
If there was any other collabo you would want to do, who would that be?
Very many people. This year I'm working on Collabo. As I said it, as the year started, I introduced a collaboration EP. So this year is for collabos only, and collabos are still coming in. And my second collabo is coming in this month.
You're the biggest female artist in this region. That's my personal opinion. What are you doing that other artists are not doing?
I can say they are very different from what others are doing, but it is following that dream. I am following my dream. I have a target. Starting this dream, I had a target. I wanted to be someone big. I wanted to be somewhere. So that is what I'm looking at. In whatever I do, I have to follow that. I don't want to be distracted. So I follow that dream that I started.
So apart from the collabo you have with Reggie, is there any other collabo you have with artists from Central Uganda?
Yeah. Very many.
Very many.
That is a surprise. But there are very many artists. Central, maybe outside Uganda, maybe Congo, or even somewhere else.
On that collabo EP, is there an artist from Bwamba?
Yeah, they're there. Very many.
Who is that?
You'll know them very soon.
So that's coming as a surprise as well.
Yeah.
So honestly, I can't say you've been into the music industry for so long. That's to be honest. Why is it that people who have been so long into the music industry haven't managed to reach where you've reached?
I don't know. I really can't talk much about that. Everyone have their dream. Without a dream hero. Yeah. Maybe they had somewhere they want to be and they reached there, and that is the final destination, and they ended up getting done with that. And I have my own dreams.
Is there an artist nationally whom you look up to?
There are very many, but there are many. That is a very hard question. But
such and such an artist inspires me.
Okay, I love Zuchu. Zuchu is a young, talented girl. She entered music just of recent, and she's doing so very good. And I love the energy. I love her energy. I love her consistency. I just love her.
Would you do a collab with her?
What are you saying? If I have chance to, I can. That is a very big chance if I have it. Of course I could.
Yeah, like I think there is so much other artists can learn from you. Is your separate, your talent basically, or there is so much to do with management?
First of all, being an artist, it's not all about talent. I'll not say I'm so much talented than other artists. There are very many artists more talented than me. Those who sing very better than me. But you don't need to be like you don't need to have the talent only. You need a team that is supporting you, that is pushing your music, that trusting you, that is injecting money in you. You need that too. You need you need consistency. You yourself, you know what you want, and you need to make it consistent. You need to make it move every time. Even if people say, we don't like it, but you need to move on with it. That's zero in you. You need discipline. You may be talented, you may be everything, but you need that discipline. Discipline takes you everywhere. And the other thing is, I do music, I do my local language, and that is for people. That is how people describe me. I'm a Mukonzo, I'm from Rwenzori, and that is how people can know where I come from. I do my language, even when people don't understand it, they can still love the music.
Yeah.
There are very many things.
Yeah, we vibe to South African music.
Yeah.
Most of which we don't even know the meaning.
You understand the point.
So you've been into the music industry, just like I said, not for so long. When you at the beginning of your career, is there anything you did and you would say, I wouldn't advise an upcoming artist to do this? Like you would say, I did this but it was a mistake. I don't wish another artist to do it.
I don't think it's there. It might be there, maybe it's still my mind, but I don't think it's there.
So what are you doing that you would wish another artist to copy from you?
Whatever I've said, discipline, consistency, following your dream, loving your where you come from, loving your language first of all. That is what introduces you to people out there. Because if they say they're taking you somewhere, let me say Kampala, let me say Rwanda, they will pick someone, let me say someone representing Rwenzori, and they will not pick someone who is saying, let me say Uganda, yet you're from Rwenzori. So that is your identity. Very, very, very few things that
I've not heard of this show.
I'm sure it's coming very soon.
When?
It is next year.
Next year.
Yeah. I'll communicate the date in December. This December.
Where?
In Kasese at Rwenzori International. I have an unveiling show.
So when are you going to Lugogo put it up?
After the Kasese show, I have to start home. I cannot just jump and go to Lugogo before I do.
Yeah, we need, honestly, we need that.
Yeah, I understand your point, but I have to start home. I need to see people who will follow me to Lugogo. How many people will follow me to Lugogo? I have to first see those people who will follow me. So I'm starting home first.
Did you know that one of the biggest consumers of your music are from Bundubuja?
Very well, I know that. Because Bundubuja has been supporting me from the start. I've been having shows around from the start. You guys have been so very good to me, and
So
I appreciate that.
So when are you having a show in Bundubuja? Not these small shows that go this somewhere.
I like concerts.
Yeah,
I think after my
before you go to Lugogo.
I think after my Maiden concert, that is what I will look at after that.
How do you make money?
Making money through music. I make money through music.
Heli fame is what?
That is my part-time job.
So I've asked that because it seems like you have a lot of money.
Byakunkubya akatayimbwa. I don't have a lot of money, but this is something I love from the start, even before music. I love fashion, I love design, but I decided to go into this just in case. You know, you cannot just do one business. I cannot rely on music. Of course, I need another business, and that is the Heli Swing. The Heli Swing with the hair, with the makeup, there is bridal, there is jewelry. So that is my pattern.
How does it feel being a female artist amid an industry that is majorly male?
Male. What
Is
should
that
I
a fair
say?
Because honestly, there are so many male artists than female artists.
I understand.
How does that make you feel? Insecure, uncomfortable?
I'm not insecure. I'm very strong
Because
because
I've seen very many female artists have gotten into trouble because of such kind of behavior.
I'm not insecure about that. First of all, I'm a female and they are male. So their competition is not my competition. They're competing about themselves and I'm competing myself. They are male and I'm female. So there's no way I can say I'm competing with them. Even if it's female, I compete myself. I'm competing with who I was before. I want to be better than I was before.
I was listening to a certain interview by Lydia Jasmine, and she was talking about so many things, and one of them is when you're an upcoming artist and you're female, the producer will say, I'll connect you to the big stars, then there is something he wants. The promoter will say, I'll make for you a show, I'll connect you to some big stars, things like that. Doesn't that scare you?
Not really. First of all, I have a management. I don't go by myself. If I'm going to studio, my management starts there. So I reach the studio when everything is done. I don't need to maybe go and plead with a studio producer and say, please, I need a song, please, I need this. The management helps a lot. Like, ikakuyamba kwa bintu binene. Girls have been embarrassed, have been. It handles the payment, but of course we need a relationship with those producers. We need a relationship. It doesn't end doing music, but those producers have to be your friends. They do your music. They have to know what is good for you. So you cannot just say, I'm going to do a song only and it ends there. You need to be friends.
But it's not easy getting a manager. Honestly, when you're just starting, you're just a common artist. Nobody has even known you.
Yeah.
How can even somebody want to manage you in the first place? So you're lucky you've gotten management at the very beginning.
Yeah.
But many female artists haven't gotten that opportunity. So through that process, you're falling into so much traps. What would you do? What would be your advice?
What should I say? Having a management, you know, you may be, let me say, you may be, as I said before, you may have the talent, you may have everything, like this singing well. Of course, managers need people who sing well. You cannot just manage someone who doesn't know how to sing, who doesn't have the talent. But it depends on you. You're the artist. Oyanga nasina ku managing. Okay, where you are when you were, you can iwan music managing. There are very many artists who have moved out of management, not because they don't know how to sing, not because they don't have talent, but because of their maybe their discipline, handling our managers. It is very important. Like self-respect, discipline, knowing that this person I can watch in this journey of mine. That's why these people are not born with us. They are putting in money. Not because you know how to sing, but because maybe they love this thing and you have to contribute something. Let me say, I really are consistent, I really have money. So many artists have maybe gone out of the management because of those small reasons. And you cannot invest where you don't get, like where how to send. You cannot invest in someone who doesn't have discipline in people, like who will book them. Like booking when they don't have discipline, they are drinking alcohol and ever drunk every time. Like you need discipline, you yourself.
Thank you so much, Heli, for accepting to speak. Out of your busy schedule given us time, what's your last word for the viewers of Bwamba TV?
My last word, Bwamba TV. Thanks so much for supporting me every time. I love you as you love me. Keep supporting my music. Yeah, and keep supporting Bwamba TV.
Thank you so much. I would love to have another conversation.
Very soon.
Thank you so much.